Hello to my Leos. Leos, let's see what kind of week you're going to have. Let's see what kind of week you're going to have. This video is for the 16th through the 23rd of February. Which is going to put us right in last quarter moon phase. All right, we're still in full moon phase, kind of, if you want to call it that. So you're illuminated enough to know where you are appreciated versus where you are tolerated. Okay, so you're illuminated enough to know exactly which karmic cycles you may be still caught in. And so let's get into it. Let's set the tone for your reading, Leos. Let's set the tone for your reading. Let's shine a light on everything. Let's get into it, Leos. Let's get right into it. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. To intensify psychic gifts, Psalm 78, right? Psalm 78 is going to help you to intensify your psychic gifts. So I know I'm talking to some psychics here. Whatever psychic abilities you have, I'll try to help you strengthen those. Psychic abilities. Let's see. Let's pull a number. Let's pull an angel number. So some of you all may be seeing numbers repeated, whether it's on your receipts or whether it's in your back of a license plate or your clock. And so you want to pay attention. Those are messages trying to come through. So yeah, to intensify your psychic talents, Psalm 78 will help you. All right. Leos. 9:43, new timeline. So re-energize yourselves. As you find yourself at the end of one timeline, another one has already begun. It's time to re-energize yourself and create new goals and dreams to manifest within this new timeline. So if possible, move your body now toward a space that is closer to nature, even if it's just closer to an open window. Feel the fresh air, ground you, clearing new pathways for intentions to flow, right? So someone is getting their sacral chakra aligned. Yes, this color orange. You're getting your sacral chakra aligned. It almost looks like burnt orange. So it's really kind of telling somebody to release feelings about something. The ninth card in tarot is the Hermit card, because there's always secrets in numbers, right? Messages in number. The ninth card in the major arcana is the Hermit card. So that's inner wisdom. That's going directly into the teacher, from getting message from the teacher, the master teacher, which is source, right? So again, Psalm 78 is going to help you with that. Fourth card in tarot is the Emperor card in major arcana. Someone may have been around in Aries that is their way or the highway, and source is like, no, I need you to get in your feminine energy. This is divine feminine energy. I need to get you into your divine feminine energy. Learn how to go within, take off the super Leo cape, trying to help and save everybody. Go into your hermit mode and get your downloads. The third card in major arcana, for those of you all who are learning tarot, is the Empress card. That's major secrets, arcana secrets, right? So the third card, which is Empress, that's abundance and potential fulfilled. So source is saying to you, you're trying to grow your abundance and your prosperity. So if you're still connected to these karmic relationships, one, it's within yourselves that you're still kind of an overgiver, Leos, and depending on the age of the person, the gender of the person, you can feel like this person is not as clear as you are about certain things. You may feel like you're familiar with certain things, and source is saying no, but this karmic is getting you wrapped up in their karma, and you can't even see it because you just super Leo cape. I'm talking to men and women. Leos, even if it's family members, some of your family members are not telling you the full story about things, Leos, and so we want to make sure you are not putting yourself in an infinite cycle of karma. 8, the number 8 looks like the infinity symbol when you turn it to the side, and it is a karmic number. So somebody may have been connected to two energies, one who succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, and the other one that's egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, may not have told you things right? You're ruled by the sun. The sun exposes everything, right? Shines a light on things. Flashlight. Wait wait a minute. So yes, shines a light on everything, right? So let's get into your reading. Okay, so we're going to start out this first part of the reading with what lies beneath, because this is going to make sure that you are, when you go into prayer mode, when you go into hermit mode, number 9, major arcana, when you go into number 9 and you're trying to create a new timeline for yourself, it's already started. And so source, this is going to be a message from your ancestors. So we're going to start out with that and like what your ancestors want you to know. Some of you all are trying to, a lot of you all have been asking me to teach classes. I'm teaching while I'm reading. So I want to make sure you all are getting all the information that you need. Obviously, you know, there's no gatekeeping over here. So let's make sure you get the information that you need. And you can do your own fact checking on your own time. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the love, comments that you all show this channel. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. Also, take a minute to look at the second channel, the knowledge channel. That link is below as well. The link is below as well. You may want to take a look at the video about incubus and succubus spirits. You don't have to necessarily be engage in intercourse with an incubus or succubus spirit to be affected by those energies. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Sometimes those energies come into your dream to show you some things. Pay attention, not just sexually either. All right, let's see what lies beneath. Let's see what lies beneath. Let's see what lies beneath. This is a message from your ancestors. We're going to get into tarot in just a second. This is a message from your ancestors of what somebody was engaged in. Yeah, total drama. Some of you all's loved ones, family members, familiar spirits have not told you that they were just connected to total drama, right? Somebody was expecting, either you were expecting a child or they were expecting a child. But of course, that's something you were expecting a business, a new beginning, right? New beginning this could also be creating a business together or creating a new union or something together. And so source is saying something was just total drama and just wasn't letting you know. And source just keep trying to tell you all, Leos, you don't want to learn the hard way after you found out that somebody lied to you, somebody close to you. They have anger management issues. Yeah. Somebody that was connected to you had anger management issues. Presenting one way in public. Yeah. And somebody was just tired of the drama. Somebody was just tired of the drama. So somebody that you're connected to could have had anger management issues, but out in public, they were presenting another way, and somebody just got tired of the drama and may have just moved on. So again, don't get yourself looped into some stuff that you don't know about because somebody's not telling you. They know. Yeah. Manipulation, lies, control. Yep. Tired of drama. Right? So remember, this is genderless. Genderless. It could be a man or woman, doesn't really matter who it is. But your ancestors are saying it's better for your situation is about to explode. Something is about to really explode. So flames may have something to do with something. All right, let's get into it. So yeah, your ancestors are really telling you the importance of going into hermit mode. And that's going to be also an indicator too, is that if people are used to you always coming to save the day, Leo, the moment that you want some time to yourself, you're going to get some drama from them. You're going to get some drama from them. But imagine connecting with someone who, you know, expecting growth and opportunity, not necessarily with just a baby. Remember, everybody's not interested in, some people are not of the age where they want to have kids. They may be have grandkids, or they may be expecting their abundance to grow because maybe they got married and they're like, oh, okay, so we got double incomes in the house, and so we can do more things we can do. So that's also abundance and prosperity too. So sources say you're creating a new timeline, but make sure people are telling you what is going on. Okay? Message from your ancestors. Let's get into tarot. Let's go. All right. I've already prayed over your cards. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what kind of week you're going to have. Yeah, so hermit mode, please. Even if you just by yourself, just sitting somewhere out in the sun, just by yourself, alone. Everybody needs some hermit time. Go back into your shell to just process. Grab your journal, free write. It doesn't have to even make sense. That's what Source wants you to start learning how to do. Intensify your psychic gifts. Psalm 78. All right. Okay, this card seems to want to jump out. Yeah. So here we have the... Yeah. So somebody is saying, somebody that you connected to could have been a good time for you. You know, like these could be two men, two women, whatever. Y'all had a great time together. Maybe you all worship together. Maybe you all were part of the same organization or whatever. Y'all just had good times together. Great conversation, talks, the whole 9 yards. What people know about fixed signs in general are that fixed signs, when they get fixated on something, it's hard for fixed signs until you learn how to nurture yourself. The secret of the moon, right? Moon has an affinity with water. Until you learn how to flush out the stuck where you're fixated on, until you learn that secret of the moon, that water, the moon has an affinity with water to expose that the sun, which you're ruled by, sits behind the moon, right? Illuminates the moon. It's going to illuminate your secret within yourself, but it's also illuminating the energies around you, right? It's not always bad, and it's not always, it's not always a bad thing, right? So don't look at it as a negative. Secrets are not always a bad thing. Some people have secret gifts and talents that they may be too afraid to even say, like, oh my God, I had no idea you could play an instrument. Oh my God, why didn't you say something? Person could just be shy. They could just be like, you know what, they play amongst themselves. They just in the house, playing instruments, right? So it's to say that somebody that was causing people emotional wounding, using people to cause people emotional wounding because they have a pick-me spirit. Leos, Source is going to help you all this year to identify pick-me spirits. Okay? It's going to help you to identify pick-me spirits. People who have always felt left out. Some people, they have the please don't invite me spirit because they already know it's just total drama. Right? They don't feel left out. Matter of fact, their energy level increases because there's an immediate detachment from the drama. They're like, don't invite them. But somebody that you were aligned with, having a great time with, had a pick-me spirit. They were never really involved in the whole. They were not the apple of the eye, the whatever, the star of the show in their family, whatever. Source is saying you were dealing with two pick-me spirits. That the first time they got an opportunity to shine, see, you all are used to shining. Right? Y'all are used to shining. A lot of y'all don't really care what people think, but a lot of you all are used to shining. But you all were dealing with two pick-me spirits, either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, that was using people to create havoc in people's lives. And somebody, you were in your feelings about something. You felt some kind of way about something. Something was connecting with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Remember, water connects to the sacral chakra. Is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. Your physical body is the earth. So if you're around people and you feel like, okay, we're having a great time together, we're worshiping together, we're doing this, we're doing all of this other stuff, and you don't really know, you're like, oh yeah, they're telling you something, and you're like, yeah, I'm familiar with that type of person, I'm familiar with this type of person, but you don't know they're not telling you that they have a pick-me spirit. They're not going to say it, like most people wouldn't admit to it, they have a pick-me spirit. You may feel the need to go save some energies. So Source is saying you have some really good news trying to come in, but your ancestors really want you to develop your psychic gifts, right? Because you are just now waking up to some nightmares of your own. A lot of people are just now waking up to nightmares from, loved ones. A lot of people are just now waking up. So, yeah. Here we have the Queen of Cups here. So Source is saying you get ready to learn how to, you can't pour from an empty cup, but you're going to make sure your cup is overflowing. And get prepared, Leos. There will be some people who think that you're being selfish, but it's only because you've had on that super cape for the longest time. And so, yeah. So welcome to light high priestess land. Yeah, you had to go through a dark situation in order to step into the light, right? Welcome to light high priestess land, right? Those two, that number two right there, two energies had to disrupt your peace to a point where you had to, it's almost like you were going through a nightmare yourself. That's what you had in common with some energies. Say, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I thought these familiar spirits were enlightening me about everything, but they weren't enlightening me about everything. They actually got me caught up in their karma. So that's why Source really wants you all to wake up. Wake up, and to intensify your own psychic talents and gifts. Some of you all, people have been reaching out to you via telepathy, right? To help you to go through your transformation, right? Y'all thought people was flirting with y'all. But listen, people have been trying to reach out to you via telepathy, trying to help you to go through, get out of this, go through your transformation so you can get into the 9th house, right? So you can eventually get to your 10th house, right? Which is your north node, right? So the 8th house is all about transformation, intimacy, shared possessions. That's why I said some of y'all may have had very intimate dreams about energies, and people were trying to reach out to you via telepathy to say, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your surroundings. So remember, we're talking about the spiritual world too. It's not just the physical world, the spiritual world as well. So people are trying to get messages through to you all. Emotionally, you're going to feel like you jumped out of a treasure chest. Yeah, because you're learning how to figure things out when you learn how to pour into you, Leos. You're going to have a great week. You're moving on from something. You are taking notes. This is what you have in common. You're learning how to move on quietly. You're learning how to move on quietly instead of saying, listening to people who are excited about calling people shady, right? You're learning how to go into hermit mode and intensify your own psychic abilities, right? So someone has been reaching out to you via telepathy. Telepathy is the transference of thoughts, feelings, ideas between two or more individuals via the psychic sense, right? And so there's intuitive telepathy, which is the transfer of information of the past, future, and present state of an individual's mind through PSI to another individual. You have emotive telepathy, also known as emotional transfer, is the process of transferring sensations and feelings through altered states of consciousness. And then you also have superconscious telepathy, which involves tapping into cosmic consciousness to access the collective pool of wisdom. Right? Somebody has new love coming into their lives, so stay focused. Stay focused, right? One of the indicators that somebody is going to start paying attention to, and this is right here, this is the 5 of Swords right here. 6 and Knight would be 5. Brings it back down to 5, right? 5. When you go into hermit mode to process your own downloads, Leos, and these energies try to start an argument with you and try to say you got a smart mouth or you have a short temper or, they thought you were going to be there for them in their time. And even you could have been there for them 99 times. The one time you decide not to because you want to now start processing your own downloads and stop listening to these two types. And there's two types of familiar spirits. Source is saying they are on assignment. They are on assignment from their flesh, their lower selves, their demons, their temptations. They get antsy, they get nervous. Okay, I wonder if they're going to figure something out. I wonder if they're going to figure it out. When Source is the one that you're trying to go to, remember Mars, which is a Tower card, is still retrograde. Right? It's still retrograde. It's going to be retrograde. If you're watching this video on the 16th, it's going to be retrograde for 6 to 7 more days. And then Venus goes retrograde. So retrograde means planets don't slow down and they don't move backwards, but it's really a call for you to slow down, right? Mars is that sexual energy planet. It's the action and assertion planet. The planet actually rules Aries, right? Rules Aries and is one of Scorpio's ruling planets. So what I tell y'all, because you all have always felt like, hey, whether you hear the center of attention or you're not the center of attention, Source has been trying to tell you there are other people you know, who operate on that same thing. They're operating. Some people, like your polarity sign, Aquarius, is like that as well. A high vibrating Aquarius does not care whether they're invited to things or not invited to things. We're not talking about whether you like Aquarius, don't like Aquarius, whether you had a friend that you didn't get along with. We're talking about high vibrating, just like we're talking about high vibrating Leos. Somebody had an Aries and Leo or Sagittarius in your midst, this right here, who got excited about creating chaos and confusion. Obviously, it's not you. If you tuned in, right, you're on a frequency that they were on a different frequency than you. But you're also dealing with energies who, like you, they don't need the spotlight on them all the time. And so sources saying, but you were dealing with pick me spirits, and those energies seek out other energies they can make feel worthless, right? Because that's how they feel. They don't want to do the energy work. So sources saying you are waking up to that. Source is going to break people out of these karmic relationships where you feel like you are being blindsided, because you got to hear all of this on both sides. Birds on both sides of your head, right? These birds on both sides of your heads, right? So yeah, you're going to start paying attention. You're going to start paying attention to these messages that's coming down to you. Yeah, you got energies on both sides of you. Bringing information, gossip, left and right, because they just want to be a part of. It's like really siphoning your energy. But your ancestors have always been telling you, get away from these gossiping energies as well. So they've been telling you too. 8, 7. Because it's showing cracks in their foundation when people walk away. When people make disparaging comments about people behind their back, it shows cracks in their foundation. These are things that you all instinctively know, Leos, but your ancestors have been trying to tell you, get away from these energies. They're familiar with this, familiar with that. What about their shadow work? What are they telling you how they were able to move beyond trials and tribulations? So source is saying to you, yeah. So 2 energies, you're back in the saddle again, because you know that they are responsible for creating a bunch of chaos and havoc and making people feel worse. These energies, by the way, just so we're crystal clear, let me delve a little bit deeper. Source, what other information do you want me to give for my Leos before I get ready to close this reading out? What other information do you want me to give to my Leos? Most High God. Yeah. These energies were responsible for people stopping talking to their loved ones. These energies are responsible for causing divide in families, right? And they excited about being victorious about it, because this put them in the center stage. Okay. They draw people in by having these warm conversations with people, and then create a divide where families stop talking to each other, right? Stop talking to each other and bring them into their family. No, we're a family now. Stop talking to your family, so on and so forth, that kind of thing, right? Instead of promoting, let's everybody get everything together, right? Breaking up marriages, just doing the whole shebang most. So source is saying you get ready to start paying attention to things. There's no promoting in, oh, well, let's bring both people in. Let's hear both sides of the story. Let's promote unity. None of those things, right? Now, there's reason for relationships to dissolve. So Chariot card is the 7th card in tarot. You're having an awakening. Somebody is having an awakening, right? Efforts being rewarded. I see you being victorious. This is you right here, back in the saddle, victorious. Because now you know that these energies are responsible for bullying energies and making people feel worthless. Again, some people who know their worth and know their value, they don't want to be a part of this. Like, you know your worth and you know your value. Like, you don't want to be a part of it. But familiar spirits will never tell you to fool anything. Right? So you are about to get some, oh, I didn't know, somebody told me, I thought, and it is going to be a bunch of confusion, because that is the confusion they have. King of Swords here, right? But you have gained clarity. See this owl right here sitting on this? You have gained knowledge sitting on the ledge, right? Of who who So yeah, all right. So yeah, something is over. Something is over, right? You're dealing with some energies who are obsessed with hurting someone they say that they love and someone who they were married to. They were obsessed with it. And now they have nothing to, like, because they didn't tell you all everything. So source is saying to you, those are energies you do not want to get looped into their karmic cycle, especially if your goal is to get married. And source is saying somebody's goal is to get married. You have somebody has new and exuberant love in their lives. I see you all being successful. I see you being victorious in your relationship. Detach. We're not talking about just your single friends. We're not talking about them. People who are okay. They respect your union. They respect the fact that you're ready to date. They respect that. They may not be ready, but they're not trying to throw a monkey wrench in. If anything, they're trying to enlighten you. Oh, you should pull your birth chart, find out what your moon sign is, pull your compatibility chart with them and you. And they're actually excited for you, but they're also comfortable in their single. Is singleness a word? If it's not, let's make up. Let's make up a word. Ooh, let's add it to the dictionary. But I think it is. Right, singledom, singleness, whatever. They're comfortable. Some people are very comfortable and they're whole and complete being single. They may say, you know what, marriage isn't for them, but they're not trying to disrupt yours. They actually are happy to see that you want to be in a union. But some people, they will pull you away from all of that. They will discourage you because they are still wrapped in a karmic cycle. They have unresolved issues themselves. So source is saying you need to detach because energies have been trying to get messages through to you every which kind of way. Every kind of way under the sun to get messages to you, right? So, yeah. Stop being used as a pawn because these energies love to play mind games. So source says move on. Move on, move on, move on, move on. Everybody who is single is not hating on people who are married. Some people are complete and whole and they're like, they'll wait, right? Again, they know their worth and they know their value. Somebody was dealing with some pick-me spirits that be like, they, see all of these. They deal with the physical, right? See all of these married couples, they're successful. They could be in all kinds of drama going on behind closed doors, smiling in public, but going through hell behind closed doors, right? That's not couple goals for everybody, especially if they were going through that themselves. So it's just saying these energies make people feel like, oh yeah, they, we don't want that kind to be a part of such and such. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with that. I'm looking at the physical. So it's saying y'all gonna come out of that. You're going to come out of that. Source is going to break you all out of this, staying connected to these familiar spirits who are dragging you into their 8 more years of karma, right? Because they refuse to go through a transformation. They refuse to go through a transformation. Yeah. So you're starting something new. Yeah, you're starting something new. You're starting something new. I'll tell you, I'm going to go a little bit deeper with this right here because somebody is still help you with something here. Because these energies are always hiding something. So let's see what else they could be hiding. What kind of secrets these energies are hiding. Because somebody got you wrapped up into some stuff. That's what I'm seeing here. And they were excited to get you wrapped up into something. I keep trying to tell Leos, listen, y'all bring in the sunlight, and people love inviting you all to things because you know your worth and your value, and you actually increasing their worth and their value by being invited to things, right? You are just like, well, you know what? Hey, I just want to be around some regular degulars. I just want to be around some people. But Source is saying these energies are not, when I say that, this is not dismissing anybody, but somebody is dealing with some energies who have not reached their north node. They haven't reached their north node, Leos. And so you're about to, yeah. So your ancestors have made way too many sacrifices for you all to be stuck in purgatory with these familiar spirits who are, so they familiar with this, they familiar with that, only for them to come back later and say, oh, well, yeah, I made a mistake, after getting everybody with their torches ready to go tear down some stuff. Right? Your ancestors have made too many sacrifices for you all. This is the Hangman. It's time for you all to dream bigger. You've been having downloads and dreams already. Sources said it's time for you to dream bigger. Detach from these familiar spirits. They are not ready to detach from these energies. Yep, they're karmics. That's right, they're karmics. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So source is saying you won't be going backwards. You will not be going backwards to these karmic energies, right? They like to keep people in the dark about everything. If it's a way to make money, they're not going to tell you how to make money. They're not even going to shine a light on how you can make more money. Because again, for them, their worth lies in who's accepting them. They let other people determine their worth and their value, right? So these energies have lied behind two people's backs. Man and a woman, could be younger man, older woman, younger, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Same age, whatever. But these energies, that's what they put their energy into. Yeah, they lied about someone's mother. Lied about someone's mother. So source is saying to you, you're learning how to wake up to these things, right? Yeah, somebody sacrificed somebody's mother, or they tried to sacrifice somebody's mother, and you got the death card right here, but that didn't work out. Well, let's see what's going on. Yeah, that didn't work out. Try to blindside somebody. Said somebody was running away from something. Somebody moved on because they shady, but they was running from something. All of that was a lie. Sources saying, yeah. Now that they can't play mind games with you, here comes a character assassination with you as well. So y'all know how it works. So let's give me some more information about what else was going on. What else was going on behind these closed doors? What else was going on behind closed doors? Because this right here lets me know that you all have given somebody way too many chances. Way too many chances. These are energies these are family members, loved ones, energies that brought you into something. What more information, Most High God? Poisonous environment. Okay. Seven, 8, 9. Okay. All right. So 9. Somebody that you know was married to someone who has always been a hermit, because 9 major arcana is hermit card. Major arcana has always been a hermit spirit. Has always kind of like, so this energy likes to talk about what this energy does behind closed doors, but what's the hidden secret is that the energy has always been a hermit spirit, right? It's not really out and about a lot. It's always been. It's kind of like, even if the energy was in the spotlight for whatever reason, the nature of the spirit is kind of like a homebody spirit. This energy, whoever this person was, is talking to you about somebody, and they're not telling you the full story. This energy, whoever this energy is, these two familiar spirits, knew that this energy was a hermit, and so they were banking on, okay, this energy is never going to come out of the house. This thing goes real deep, and it goes deeper than somebody even realizes what's happening. This is what somebody was getting you all involved in, Leos, that you all did not know. This was somebody's family or friends getting you involved in some stuff that you had no clue as to what was going on here. You see all of these cups right here? This is the devil card in the minor arcana. It's the 7 of cups, devil, right? So these energies were into all kinds of stuff. Sexual activities, other substances, whatever, y'all figure it out. Substances, just doing the absolute most. But the reason why this situation did not work out for somebody is because the energy this pick-me spirit brought into behind closed doors was still on an assignment. I'll let y'all figure that part out. I'll let you go into your psychic gifts and figure out what on assignment means. Because some of y'all are going to ask me, what do you mean? Well, you sound like you holding back. This is the World Wide Web. You figure it out. On assignment, right? They were still working. Not the jobs that these people were talking about, right? These lies that people were telling behind people's backs. Somebody was still working. There's a movie that comes to mind. Be careful of the groups that you're sitting around listening, where people are just sitting around having these meetings, because it's people who are working. There are people who are working. They're in the group working, gathering information, right? So that's where this pick-me spirit went wrong. They're so busy running around gossiping, they actually brought somebody into something that was already being looked at. Now they're having to go back and say, oh my God. Somebody's going to see the physical evidence of what was going on. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody, is like somebody's dealing with bullying spirits. Somebody was dealing with bullying spirit. It was so much going on. And this is what's going on right now. There's was so much going on behind the closed doors that you all have access to. You have access to these closed doors, but y'all are not paying attention to who's sitting around. Your psychic gifts are starting to awaken. A pick-me spirit brought somebody right behind closed doors, and they were like, oh, okay, that's making their job a whole lot easier. Thank you. Physically brought somebody behind closed doors. Now they're having to go back. And so even them telling you now, well, I think I need to just move on, finally move on from this. Some of y'all may feel like, yeah, I convinced the person to finally move on from something. And so it's like, nah, it wasn't you. You may have played a role in it, but trust and believe, now they are waking up to, oh, shoot. You're starting to notice now, somebody is starting to notice. That's why Source is telling you, take off the super person cape. Take off the super person cape. Take off the super Leo cape. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Because these energies are not letting you all know. And they're not letting you know what's going on. So I do see you being victorious in your marriage, your relationship. For those of you all, somebody's in a new and exuberant love. I see you being very successful in your relationship. But I do see you breaking free of these karmic relationships that you keep overthinking. Like, okay, I've known this person for a long time. They like family. They're not telling y'all everything. They're not telling you everything, Leos. Don't wait till you show up and you like, oh my God, I was so supportive. Then they're going to see the Leo that steps down off the throne and put paws on somebody and then get you caught up in their karma in a different kind of way. Get away from these karmics. Remember who you are. Another message from your ancestors. Remember who you are. You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. You're one of a kind. From the moment you emerged into this world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. Miracles in the dark. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah. Your ancestors keep trying to get messages to you. Source keeps trying to get messages to you. People are astral projecting into your dreams. Every kind of message in every kind of way possible, Leos. When you're dealing with pick-me spirits who refuse to do their own shadow work, I'm telling y'all, Leos, if you don't hear anything else in this reading, that is why it's so important. It's really, really important to let people around you know how important they are to you, how much you value them. If they are still bent on, well, I don't really see myself that way, and the woe is me, the knuckles are dragging, the bottom lip hanging out like a cash register drawer. If they are set on that and they don't want to do the shadow work, you need to detach. They are bringing you into a karmic cycle within themselves, Leos, because a pick-me spirit brought somebody behind closed doors. So you need to unravel yourself. That's all I'm going to say. You need to unravel yourself. You need to get your mind right. Get your mind right. You got bigger things to do. Like intensify your own psychic gifts. If you telling people, if you giving your family members and friends compliments, you know you're good at this and you're good at that. Repay compliments. If you feel like people are giving you compliments, you know what, Leos, you're good at this, you're good at that. Repay them with the compliments. If they hell bent on dimming their own light, that is not. That's not your. Yeah. Time for you to pick up a book and start doing some reading about how you're going to increase your spiritual gifts instead of being around these familiar spirits who they know all the hot gossip about everybody and didn't even know there's a pick-me spirit attached to them. This is an organization. An organization did not even realize that a pick-me spirit attached to them there's a karmic that's attached to them, brought somebody behind their closed doors that's getting ready to shut some stuff down. The pick-me spirit sacrificed them. Just one big cycle of chaos and confusion. So use your wisdom. Use your godly wisdom. Use your godly wisdom. Go into hermit mode and receive from the master teacher, which is Source, the creator. Read. Get away from these people who can read everybody for filth. I'm shady. Who they telling you they shady? Child. That is what I have for you all, Leos. You all are going to make it a fantastic week, but because you're going to be intensifying your psychic gifts, you're going to get around people who are not gatekeeping information about gifts, about spiritual gifts, right? People who, have all of this wisdom and knowledge about things, but somehow all they're doing is assassinating people behind their back. So Source is saying, no. You got new love coming across your path. I see you being victorious, back in the spotlight again. You and somebody back in the spotlight again. I see you being victorious, back in the spotlight again. You have ideas of who are karmics. Source is saying you're going to start paying attention. You're going to start paying attention, right? I think that's it. So the only reason I mentioned Aquarius in this reading is because it's your polarity sign. Star is the sun is a star, right? But so, the sun is also a star, right? But they shine differently. Some people going to shine bright. Finding your star is finding your purpose, your north node. That's what I mean. That's the only reason I mentioned that zodiac sign. But that is what I have for you, hopefully. But yeah, a pick-me spirit absolutely sacrificed an organization. And they're going to have to come back to you, and they're going to come back with a bunch of confusion. Oh, I didn't know this, and I thought that, and I heard, and somebody told me, I wasn't sure. All of this. So it's saying you have your own mind as leaders to pay attention. Pay attention. Bye.